Hello everyone. Here I will show you how to create op-false, op-return data output using sCrypt. So to use sCrypt you need to create a project, an sCrypt project. You can give it the name you want. So you will have to install npm install to install all the dependencies, especially node modules where you will have all the libraries you need. Of course, you won't need all of them. You just need few few files from the library to make this op-return project, and you will use this code here that you can find at my GitHub here in the miscellaneous repository, and you just come here and you can find the file here, op-return.ts. And okay, to use this file, to use this project, you will have to use your private key. This private key is just a private key that I used for making videos. You can use it also because now you know it, but it's better to use your own private key. So you will have the details of the address related to this private key, and you make a provider here, and you will have to list the unspent outputs of this address related to this private key here to make all the transaction, all the inputs of the transaction. So you just insert your data here. This is the data that will be shown in the output. It will be transformed in a byte string, an hexadecimal byte string, and you will insert it here, the data, op-false, op-return. So you can just come here. Here I use this phase of the code to estimate the fee that I will pay. So I build the transaction, I sum all the satoshis presented in the UTXOs that are available in this address, and here I set the op-false, op-return data push 0 satoshis. That you don't, if you put any satoshi here, the satoshi will be lost forever. Don't make it different than 0. It must be 0. It can be any positive satoshi, but you just lose, you cannot unlock it anymore. Okay, so we sign the transaction, and after that we just will use the size of the transaction. First I will build the transaction without no fee, with 0 satoshi fee, but I will estimate the size of it, and then I make this calculation here just to estimate how many satoshis I will pay as fee to the miners. So we can do everything again in this phase to build the final transaction, and here we put the fee that you pay for the miners, and we sign the transaction, and we get the raw transaction, and we have it, and we can just broadcast the transaction. So after all this is done, if you want to see the raw transaction, you can just use this log, and you have the final TXID where your transaction was broadcasted as usual. And now we can just run our code here, and to see if it will broadcast, it will make the false OP return data push transaction. So it did. Here's our transaction. Here is our output with the OP return, and here is the another output with the change satoshis to the same wallet, to the same address. And here's our TX ID of this transaction. So we can go again here at the blockchain and browser and explore our transaction. Here it is, still unconfirmed. Here is the fee we paid, and here's our OP return test. So you can use this code, use this simple project to make any OP return operation that you want. So I leave you now here. May God bless you. See you next time.